So this Airmat I bought quite a number of years ago, originally to use it to sit on when I was shooting with a large lens out at Shark Island with my 70 to 200mm lens in water housing. I found it wasn't particularly all that useful for the purpose that I'd actually bought the mat for. But after a while I decided that, given that it was actually designed for riding waves, I thought I might give it a bit of a crack. But it wasn't quite as easy as I thought. One time up at Byron Bay, I was out at Wattigos shooting a scenic shot with my Fuji panoramic 617 medium format camera, when along comes a guy by the name of George Greenough, who was taking a bit of a fancy to my camera, and I was explaining to him how it all worked and so forth. Then I noticed that the mat that the Airmat that he had under his arm was the same brand as mine, NeuMatic, that I'd got from the US a few years earlier. He asked me about how I was riding it, and I said, look, to be honest with you, George, I find it very difficult. I'm just not able to get the hang of how to use it to ride waves. And he said, do you have it with you? And I said, yeah, matter of fact, I do. It's in the car. He said, go get it, and I'll show you how to ride it. And long story short is, I spent about an hour out in the surf with George, teaching me how to ride waves on the Airmat. The first thing that George did was to let about half the air out of the Airmat, which actually freaked me out, but he explained that it enabled you to actually bend the mat easier into the shape of the wave, and able you to stay on the running section of the wave. After a couple of waves I started to get the hang of it, and from then on it became one of my favourite surf toys. It was absolutely a joy to ride, particularly with when I had my house down the south coast. I used to ride it quite a lot at the Hook down at Wairo Beach on small days. That reef down there has quite a little pitchy section on the inside, and it was just so much fun.